Good morning. Happy Thursday. Hope you had a great day yesterday. I loved seeing so many of your faces on Zoom on Wednesday. Got to see some faces that hadn't been on there yet. Lots of kids joined and shared some funny things about on the scavenger hunt. My favorite part was somebody showed a little alligator skull or jaw or something, and suddenly everybody had one. It was very weird and very cool and fun. So if you didn't get a chance to join us on Zoom yesterday, look for another opportunity for next week. If there is a day or a time that would work better for most people, send me a message on It's Learning and I can certainly change it up. I'm trying to avoid mornings because apparently many sixth graders can't get up before noon. So we'll do it in the afternoon if that works best for everybody. But it was really great to see and hear from so many of you. Today for language arts, you're going to read another article on ReadWorks. And it is shorter than the one that you did on Tuesday. It's about the Venus flytrap, which I think is one of the coolest plants out there. You can listen to it or read it. One thing that you can do to help understand nonfiction text, well, there are several things that you can do. One is to stop at the end of every paragraph and just ask yourself, okay, what did I just read? What was that mostly about? Sometimes that's all it takes to get your head into what you're reading. You can take it a step further and write down those thoughts. Stop and say, okay, that was mostly about where you can find the Venus flytrap or whatever that paragraph was about. You can draw pictures. You can doodle while you listen if you choose to listen to it. Another thing that will help you understand nonfiction text is to use those text features. So if there are headings or titles, pay attention to them because they will often give you a clue about what that section is going to be about. If there are pictures and captions, read them, look at them, pay attention to them because a lot of times it will help you understand what the text is teaching you or telling you. So just kind of pay attention to those things as you're reading so that you're engaged in the text. I know with nonfiction, sometimes it's easy to let your mind wander, but if you keep your head in it and focus on that text, I think you'll be able to do great on those questions. Just like on Tuesday, there is an extra assignment to do related to that text. You have 3 choices after you do the ReadWorks assignment. One of them is to write a story about a life-size Venus flytrap. One, I think, is just to summarize. We have to double check because I'm away from my computer right now. And the one I think most of you will do is to watch a short video about the Venus flytrap. It's really cool. It kind of shows you how it works and how it can trap insects. And just share with me one thing that you learned. So make sure that you are reading the article really carefully. Use those tips and tricks. Keep your head in it. Do the questions in ReadWorks, and then do one of those extra assignments. And I kept science really simple and short today because yesterday I asked you to do quite a bit to listen to that book. I hope you liked Creature Features, and then do a little bit of research on one of those animals. And I loved seeing the information that you came up with, and I learned a lot from the information that you researched. So science today is really short and simple. Don't forget to work on your choice board and be sure to send that to me by Friday afternoon. That is probably the one thing that's hardest for a lot of you to remember because you're so used to just handing it in to me or giving it to me. And remembering to share that with me as you're done. It's no big deal. Just try to remember to share it with me. A couple other things. One, please check your It's Learning messages throughout the day. That is my only way to communicate with you guys for the most part, with a back and forth communication. Like, this is a way that I can communicate to you right now, but I don't get to hear from you this way. So if I send you a message on It's Learning, please read it. And if I'm asking you a question or asking for some information, please respond. I feel really helpless when I am here and you are there and I'm trying to help you and ask you questions and try to help you get on the right track. I just need you to read those questions that I might send you on Messenger and be sure to reply to me, please. It makes me feel a little more connected to you that way. I think that is it. I know some of you were wondering about the book, Schooled, and most of you have that copy that I gave to you, but there are about 6 of you who I ran into a little bit of a delivery issue, and you don't have that book, so you may be thinking, what is she talking about? I got the envelopes today that I think I need to get those mailed out for those last few copies. But just to answer some questions, one, you can read that book anytime you want. You don't have to wait for me. As a matter of fact, now that it's taken me a little bit longer to get them out, and they have moved the last day of school up to May 21st, I don't know how much I will be able to get through that book with you. I will do some activities with it, do a couple chapters. I'll read them aloud and post them to get you interested in the book. But I know some of you have already read the book. Some of you have started, and some of you were wondering, okay, when is she going to talk about this book? I'm trying to get all those copies out. So you can start reading it if you would like to, or you can hold off and wait too. That's up to you. Okay, this has gone on long enough. I hope you have a great day. Don't forget to get into your specials and get those done for music, art, and PE. And have a good, safe weekend. And I will see you back here next week on Tuesday for another week of e-learning. Miss you guys. See you later. Bye.